Here with Hofstra Pride Wrestling head coach Dennis Papadatos. Following Hofstra's match against Ohio State, we'll start with an opening statement from Coach.
Outworked across the board, and that's what we talked about with the guys, where sometimes you think you're working hard, and every one of their guys was bigger than our guy. So everyone that thinks they're having a hard time making weight, probably the other guy is being a little more disciplined and having a harder time making weight as well. Didn't use it as an excuse. Come in, and so far in 2 competitions before today, we look like in as good a shape or better shape than everyone we wrestled. And we didn't look out of shape today, just got outworked, right? Just got outworked in every single position. A lot of things where they had a 100% completion rate on their takedowns to the last match when Frank Volpe stopped one. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable. And I don't think we scored enough as a takedown in all 10 matches. So we got outworked, out-disciplined, bigger, faster, stronger, wanted to win more, believed they were going to win, expected they were going to win, come in and did a workmanlike job of doing what they're going to do. And that's why we brought him here. And we've been in that road before. I think 4 years ago, we started off on a slow, and then NC State, was ranked third in the country, came in and walloped us, and then we won 11 matches in a row and beat some good teams. But at the end of the day, it was, these are the guys you have to beat, right? These are the guys you have to beat. We're not trying to be mediocre in the conference. If you're not trying to be that, then what are you trying to be, right? So I think some guys got the at least I hope, I don't know, we'll find out, and not that people aren't working, and I'm not trying to go off of a tangent, because the guys are working, but now they're maybe understanding, wow, there is a different level to this, right? There is a different level, because we train hard, and that guy looked like he was willing to go harder than me. So, that's what we got to take out of it.
Questions?
Coach, a lot on the underclassmen got experience today. Were there any freshmen you were impressed with?
We can't use the word impressed today, if you don't mind. Not to put anyone down. I can't say we scored 0 offensive takedowns. No one I was impressed with. Nobody, but that doesn't mean you're disgusted or disappointed either, right? Does that make sense? Just because we're not impressed because we believe we're better than that. We knew Ohio State is better than us right now, and they're better than 99% of the country. That's what it is. I wasn't expecting this, right? So I thought guys fought and they were outmatched, but got big brothered a little bit. But I wouldn't say, I can't use the word impressed at all today. There's not. I'd be lying to you if I did. But like I said, just because we're not impressed doesn't mean we've given up on guys or think like they're disasters. They got to figure this out. Now they've seen what it should be, right? So you hope that they react to that.
You elected to go with Conlon today. What did you think of his match, and how do you see him developing going forward?
I didn't like he's a starter, right? He's the true freshman starter. We brought him in most likely to be the starter, and then Erickson's been hurt. Barring anything crazy happens, Will was probably the guy all year. He's a high school national champ. And you see the levels? A high school national champ against his guy's not that old either. I think he's a redshirt freshman. And I think he wrestled Shoemate, who's not even the starter's ranked, who there's another true freshman that's been beating both of them that's going to redshirt on their team. And that's what this is, right? And Will's a high school national champ. There's levels to this thing, right? And that's what you got to teach. These guys got to get. So he fought, and listen, he's very cerebral, and he's very, very coachable. And he'll be okay. So he needed some of this just to get a reality check. And by no means is a reality check a smack on anyone. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't know until you experience it, right? Like sometimes you think you know. Yeah, I work really hard. I think this is great. And then you get the reality check. So you got to hope that some guys got some reality check, right? Life comes hard sometimes. Came hard today in black singlets.
My final question for you, Coach. Ryder went up against McCrone today. What did you take away from his matchup?
Listen, Ryder always fights. I thought he got his weight down a little too early. I think he's got to adjust that a little bit. Me and him have spoken about it. He's doing a great, super disciplined job with his weight. I just think he's bringing it down too early and holding it a day early. And as you can see, and he does a good job with his weight. Like, listen, Dylan's a 25-pounder, and it's definitely gets difficult for him to make it. But then why was that guy bigger than him? 4 inches taller, wider, right? So probably pretty hard for him to make it too, is my guess, right? I'm not a genius, but. So I think that's the only thing that Dylan went off wrong, and then he just got caught in some leverage of that guy being tall and big. And Dylan fought, and he's still knocking some rust off, and he's got some. You always see his fight, even fighting over his back of that kid. That kid's already beaten a returning All-American. He's a freshman. That kid's is already beaten a returning All-American this year. So he's good. Dylan's another one that he'll listen and he'll do what he needs. And Dylan's not afraid to do the work. He's never been afraid to do the work. So I'm sure he's not happy right now. So he'll do whatever he can to get to where he can be.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
Coach, is there a new approach or initiative with the new coaching staff this season?
No. I don't think so. I mean, maybe just because new guys bring new ideas, right? From different situations. I would say that's the only reason. No other new approach of just, hey, what did you do where you were at that you thought that worked well, and trying to incorporate into what we do. But I wouldn't say, a new approach. It's just. It's hard to judge, and this is almost a knock on our sport. There is no parity in our sport. The top 5-6 teams beat everyone else by 40, and that's just what it is, unfortunately. And we have to figure it out so we can be one of the top 5-6 teams, because that's why I do this thing. I don't do this thing to try to be 4th or 5th in the IWA. That's a good conference. Those are the teams we want to beat, and we lost every single situation. Forget every match. We lost every single situation today, and that so you probably have to adjust some things, but the truth is, the thing that needs to be adjusted is guys just need to figure out that, wow, when I thought I was going hard, there's 5 more levels, right? And hopefully they get that, and because I'm not afraid to put them through the 5 levels. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not afraid to put them through the 5 levels. They just got to figure out that I don't think they believe the 5 levels were there. Especially we had some pretty good success last week, and they were kind of, we beat some Arizona State kids, and we did this, and there was an upset here. We beat a Penn State kid, and we beat a Cornell kid. Different when it's different. Now you realize, oh wow, there's levels to this. So no new approach. Just stay positive. As hard as it is when you lose 51-0 to a team that you weren't expecting to lose 51-0 to, you have nothing else to do but stay positive or give up. And I've never given up. And we try to have a staff and will that into people that we're gonna get up and we're gonna punch back.
Coach, today, Coach Tom Ryan for Ohio State came back to Hofstra.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you can say about your history with him and your relationship with him?
I don't like him right now. I'm just kidding. Listen, he's a man of his word. He told me, Dennis, we're coming, we're bringing our starters. Like 65, that guy's, they're splitting time. That Hepner kid may be their starter. He told me Mendez was out at 41. He goes, but we have a stud redshirt freshman. I know who he is because I recruit for a living, so I know who the kid is, and we know he's a stud. He's like, I'm bringing my 10 guys, and we're coming to win all 10 matches. I love you. He's like, I'm not trying to embarrass you, but we're going to come in and we're wrestling. And so he's a man of his word, and it's probably one of the reasons why I feel like I am. So he's always great to have here, and like I said, it could be a positive as long as guys take it in of understanding that there's more to do and more can be done, and there could be more effort, as crazy as that sounds, because they feel like they're working to their limit. Then clearly there's more physical limit because people have it, right? And Tom brings that, and we appreciate it for him, and that's why we brought him on the schedule. And as I said, we've been in this situation before where we've gotten totally dismantled and came back up and rose through the end of the year. So I'm hoping this to be the life lesson that I didn't want to have to learn, right? Or the guys have to learn. So because I've learned it too many times. So hopefully some new guys learned it. But Tom's always great to have in town, and he means a lot. He means a lot to me, and he always looks out for me, so we always look out for him. But I'm not going to like him for about at least another 45 minutes to 2 months.
Thanks, Coach.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.